Welcome to the Bible Quiz Challenge channel. Dive into the life and teachings of Jesus with our engaging quizzes. Whether you're a seasoned scholar or just starting your journey, our channel offers a fun way to explore Jesus' stories and lessons. Subscribe now and join our community as we challenge ourselves with intriguing questions about his life, miracles, and teachings. Get ready to be inspired and educated. Question number 1. What is the meaning of the name Jesus? A. God is with us. B. The Lord saves. C. Anointed One. D. Son of God. The correct answer is the Lord saves. The name Jesus comes from the Hebrew name Yeshua, meaning the Lord saves, or Jehovah is salvation. This significance is affirmed in Matthew chapter 1, verse 21, where an angel tells Joseph, "You are to give him the name Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins." The name encapsulates Jesus' mission of bringing salvation to humanity through his death and resurrection. Question number 2. What words were written on the cross of Jesus? A. Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews. B. This is the Son of God. C. Savior of the world. D. The Messiah, the Chosen One. The correct answer is Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews. The inscription on Jesus' cross, written in Hebrew, Latin, and Greek, stated, "Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews." This is recorded in John chapter 19, verse 19 to 20. Pontius Pilate ordered this title to be placed perhaps sarcastically, but it also reflected the truth of Jesus' identity as king, though his kingdom was not of this world. John chapter 18, verse 36. Question number 3. Who claimed that Jesus' body was stolen from the tomb by his disciples? A. Jewish crowds. B. Roman authorities. C. Disciples of John the Baptist. D. Chief priests and elders. The correct answer is chief priests and elders. After Jesus' resurrection, the chief priests and elders bribed the Roman soldiers to spread the false claim that his disciples stole his body while they slept. This is documented in Matthew chapter 28, verse 12 to 15. The leaders wanted to discredit the resurrection, fearing it would validate Jesus' divine authority and undermine their own. Question number 4. Who did Jesus rebuke by saying, "Get thee behind me, Satan"? A. Pontius Pilate. B. Judas Iscariot. C. Simon Peter. D. Herod Antipas. The correct answer is Simon Peter. Jesus rebuked Simon Peter with the words, "Get thee behind me, Satan," when Peter tried to dissuade him from going to the cross. This is recorded in Matthew chapter 16, verse 23. Jesus recognized that Peter's words reflected human concerns rather than God's will, aligning with temptation. The rebuke was a call to focus on divine purposes rather than earthly fears. Question number 5. What was Jesus' response when Pilate asked him if he was the King of the Jews? A. I am who you say I am. B. You have said so. C. My kingdom is not of this world. D. I am the Messiah. The correct answer is, you have said so. When Pilate asked Jesus if he was the King of the Jews, Jesus replied, "You have said so," as documented in Matthew chapter 27, verse 11, and Mark chapter 15, verse 2. This response affirmed his kingship, but also implied that his kingdom was spiritual rather than political. In John 18:36, Jesus clarified that his kingdom is not of this world, underscoring his mission of salvation. Question number 6. Who cut off the ear of the servant of the high priest when they came to arrest Jesus? A. John. B. James. C. Judas. D. Peter. The correct answer is Peter. Peter cut off the ear of Malchus, the servant of the high priest, when Jesus was being arrested in the Garden of Gethsemane. This event is described in John chapter 18, verse 10. Jesus immediately rebuked Peter and healed the servant's ear, Luke chapter 22, verse 51, emphasizing his commitment to non-violence and submission to God's plan for salvation. Question number 7. Who announced the birth of Jesus to the shepherds in the fields? A. Gabriel. B. Michael. C. A bright star. D. An angel and a heavenly host. The correct answer is an angel and a heavenly host. An angel announced Jesus' birth to the shepherds, followed by a multitude of the heavenly host praising God. This is described in Luke chapter 2, verse 8 to 14. The angel brought the good news of Jesus' birth in Bethlehem as the Savior and Messiah. The heavenly host then glorified God, proclaiming peace on earth to those on whom his favor rests. Question number 8. Which group of people did Jesus refer to as a brood of vipers? A. The Sadducees. B. The Pharisees. C. The Romans. D. The Zealots. The correct answer is the Pharisees. Jesus referred to the Pharisees as a brood of vipers in Matthew chapter 12, verse 34, and Matthew chapter 23, verse 33, due to their hypocrisy and spiritual corruption. They outwardly appeared righteous, but were inwardly corrupt. This term highlights their false piety and the danger they pose to others, leading people away from the truth of God's kingdom. Question number 9. What prayer did Jesus teach his disciples? A. The Our Father. B. The Hail Mary. C. The Apostles' Creed. D. The Nicene Creed. The correct answer is the Our Father. Jesus taught his disciples the Our Father, also known as the Lord's Prayer, as a model of how to pray. This prayer is recorded in Matthew chapter 6, verse 9 to 13, and Luke chapter 11, verse 2 to 4. It emphasizes praising God, seeking his will, asking for daily provision, forgiveness, and deliverance from evil. Question number 10. What did the Roman soldiers give Jesus to drink before crucifying him? A. Water. B. Bitter herbs. C. Vinegar mixed with gall. D. Wine mixed with myrrh. The correct answer is wine mixed with myrrh. Before Jesus was crucified, the soldiers offered him wine mixed with myrrh. Mark chapter 15, verse 23. A drink meant to dull pain. However, Jesus refused it, choosing to fully experience the suffering of the cross. This act showed his commitment to fulfilling God's will and enduring the complete agony of crucifixion for humanity's salvation. His refusal also emphasized his obedience to God's plan. Question number 11. Why did Peter object to Jesus washing his feet? A. He felt unworthy. B. It violated Jewish law. C. He misunderstood it. D. He saw it as a symbol of defeat. The correct answer is he felt unworthy. Peter objected to Jesus washing his feet because he felt unworthy for Jesus, his Lord, to perform such a humble task. Jesus responded that unless he washed Peter's feet, Peter would have no part with him, John chapter 13, verse 6 to 8. Peter's objection was due to his misunderstanding of Jesus' example of humility and service, which was meant to teach his disciples about servant leadership. Question number 12. What is the name of the day Jesus was arrested? A. Good Friday. B. Palm Sunday. C. Maundy Thursday. D. Easter Sunday. The correct answer is Maundy Thursday. Jesus was arrested on Maundy Thursday, the day he celebrated the Last Supper with his disciples. This day marks the beginning of his suffering, leading up to his crucifixion. The term Maundy comes from the Latin word mandatum, meaning command, referring to Jesus' command to love one another, John chapter 13, verse 34. Question number 13. What were the three specific gifts presented to Jesus by the wise men? A. Silver, myrrh, and frankincense. B. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. C. Gold, silver, and spices. D. Myrrh, incense, and diamonds. The correct answer is gold, frankincense, and myrrh. The three gifts given to Jesus by the wise men were gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Matthew chapter 2, verse 11. Gold was a gift fit for a king, acknowledging Jesus' royalty. Frankincense, an aromatic resin used in worship, symbolized his divinity as the Son of God. Myrrh, a spice used in embalming, foreshadowed Jesus' suffering and death. These gifts were symbolic of his identity and purpose on earth. Question number 14. What is the meaning of Bethlehem? A. House of bread. B. City of peace. C. The light of the world. D. The chosen city. The correct answer is house of bread. The name Bethlehem comes from the Hebrew words Beth, meaning house, and Lehem, meaning bread. So it translates to house of bread. Bethlehem is significant because it is the birthplace of Jesus, fulfilling the prophecy in Micah chapter 5, verse 2. Jesus, referred to as the bread of life in John chapter 6, verse 35, was born in Bethlehem, symbolizing the spiritual sustenance he provides to humanity. Question number 15. In which city were the followers of Jesus first called Christians? A. Jerusalem. B. Antioch. C. Rome. D. Ephesus. The correct answer is Antioch. The followers of Jesus were first called Christians in the city of Antioch, as recorded in Acts chapter 11, verse 26. The term was likely used by outsiders to describe the disciples, emphasizing their association with Jesus Christ. Antioch became an important center for early Christianity, where the disciples were first called Christians, marking the spread of the gospel beyond Jerusalem.